Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? Today we're going to learn how to save over $1,000 a year on your hot water bill by putting together these pieces of pipe right here. And what we'll do is we'll clean them up, glue them together, and then I'll show you how we can save thousands of dollars on our hot water heating bill. And there's no motors. You don't need any motors. All you have to do is use your hot water, and it automatically dumps it into your hot water heater. So this is all going to be free after you buy the fittings. Oh, I have these laying around the house. After you buy these fittings, you'll be able to do this little project here, save you thousands of dollars. Well, first what you want to do is you want to get yourself a can of this glue right here. I recommend the medium orange CPVC glue, and these here are CPVC fittings. What it is they'll withstand over 180 degrees of temperature, where you're probably going to place this unit up on the roof. These here, I know it looks like a big fish, but it's really a pair of cutters. They open up like this. And then what you do is you put your pipe in there and you cut your pipe. This is real sharp, so you have to be careful with it. After you cut your pipe, what you'll want to do is take a little knife like this and go around the inside, and then you want to go around the outside just like this right here. I know all this stuff because I'm a plumber. I've plumbed for over 30 years. It's been fun. I met a lot of nice and interesting people. Now, after you trim up the burrs on the outside, take a piece of Scotch-Brite and go over this right here. What it does is it cleans it up, and it puts little tiny microfibers, grooves in here. And then you do that to your fit. And get a little piece in there and clean it up. Okay, and now it's ready for gluing. But you don't want to glue it yet. You want to get everything fit together, and then that way you'll figure out that's how you want your solar collector to look. Oh, I also need to add this stuff here. You need to put the pipe and the fittings together in a well ventilated area, because this stuff here is slightly toxic. I'm just going to eyeball this here. You don't have to be perfect. Just something like this right here. You want your fins, your collector fins, to be maybe about 4 to 5 inches apart. That way they'll absorb all the heat that they can. What you do is you get the excess glue off the outside. You do it around just like this here, just a tiny bit. Make sure you cover it good. And then you put this in like this and swirl around just once. Just do this in right here. And then what you want to do is you want to line it up. There we go. Yeah, that looks good. Now, a lot of people recommend doing this right here. This is what they call wipe a joint. And what it does is it gets off the excess glue. You see how hard it is sometimes. Get the excess glue so it don't melt your fitting. Because now what it is that's just one whole piece. Now I've cut this piece right here, and let's glue them up. Remember to knock off the excess. Alright, make sure your lid goes back on good. It doesn't take long for it to evaporate. Alright, then you turn it the angle you want, and there you go. Push it in, and wipe your joint. It takes like maybe 20 or 30 seconds for it to set up completely. So you'll have a window of opportunity in case you make a mistake. That looks pretty good. I also meant to mention that you want to do your fitting first when you first glue it, because what happens is your fitting doesn't dry out as fast on the inside of the glue as does the outside of this right here. So what we do is we put them in there, make sure we're lined up, and slide it right on in. Alright, are we looking pretty good on lining up? Oh, the tomatoes in the way today. Yep, that looks pretty good. And don't forget to wipe down. If you don't wipe down, it'll be messy. This here keeps the mess from getting everywhere in the entire world. I've come home with the glue all over me, and it ruined all my clothes. And I was accused of stealing glue. Of course, they were just trying to be funny. Okay, it's time to glue up this here end over here. Okay. Put this down. Remember to always glue up the inside of the 90 first, or inside of your fitting or coupling or T, whatever you got, however you want to run it. Get that right in there. Get some glue right there on that end right there. Make sure it's covered good. That looks pretty good. Well, a little sticky. Okay, and then what we'll do is we'll put it together. Don't forget to wipe. There we go. So now you're starting to get the idea of how this is going to go. See right here? This right here is going to continue out this way right here. And I'll put another piece on it, and it'll come around. And what I want to do is keep this here about 5 inches apart. Something else important that I need to talk to you about. When you close this up, make sure you don't have any glue dried up underneath your rim right here. These things are about, oh, I don't know, about $8 or $9 for a jar of this here. And what you want to do is tighten it down real tight after you finish using it, just like this right here with a pair of pliers. And then you want to put it in a plastic bag. The reason being is these jars right here, these containers, they're not exactly airtight. So this here keep for a good 6 or 7 months, like this right here. For some reason, I've had hundreds of these jars right here. I used it one time and I put the lid back on and I thought I got it screwed down, and I didn't. I had a little piece of glue stuck up in here, and the whole thing went bad. It all turned stiff and I couldn't open or close it. So this is how you save it. Put it in a plastic bag. This is part one. I'm going to have another part tomorrow where I've got it made, and I'm going to get it ready to go on top of the roof. I know y'all enjoy that. You have a nice day. Like and subscribe. And this is what Robert's doing today.